Hey guys, it is One Smith, and I am back. I'm back with a laptop. I'm back after my birthday, and I am back with a new review. Today, I'm taking a look at the Master Grade Wing Gundam Proto Zero. No, what is a Proto Zero? This is basically Bandai's way of trying to give us a Master Grade TV version of Wing Gundam Zero, and it's a little bit of a complicated case. Obviously, you guys know the Okawara version from the TV show, and then that got transformed into the Katoki Hajime Wing Zero Custom from Endless Waltz. And the Proto Zero is from the manga Endless Waltz Glory of the Losers. How did we get here? So basically, they decided back in 2015 Bandai to give sort of like a revised version of Gundam Wing. Basically using the manga, combining elements from the anime, the abandoned episode 0, G-Unit, and also Endless Waltz to give us one definitive, cohesive retelling of Gundam Wing with slightly redesigned suits made by Hajime Katoki back in the 90s. The Proto Zero is kind of the stepping point between the Wing Gundam and the Wing Gundam Zero Custom that we all know and love, debatably. So basically it still works in the same way as the anime. Catra goes back to his colony after sacrificing Sandrock and tries to build himself a new Gundam, and he finds the blueprints to the Wing Zero that was abandoned by the 5 scientists. And then he goes off on a psychopathic journey to get revenge for what happened to his dad. And then the Wing Zero is abandoned by us, and they take it, and then we get Wing Zero Custom after a battle with the Depth Scythe, and Hero repairs it with the Angel Wings from the upgraded Tallgeese to get the Wing Zero Custom. So that's kind of like Hajime Katoki's take on Wing Zero, while staying as true to the TV design as humanly possible. Now, when it comes to Wing Zero, the Verkaw that was announced, I know I kind of said something with my update video, but here's how I feel. I don't hate it, but I wasn't exactly thrilled to the moon with the announcement. I don't think it's bad. Wing Zero is definitely in need of a brand new Master Grade. That kid is pushing on 16 years old. It could be done very well, and this announcement has also included the fact that it's going to have a Neo Bird mode, and also, in fact, due to the part, it's going to have the feature that wasn't seen in Endless Waltz but is canon. Wing Zero is going to be able to hose the twin buster rifles in the back half of the wings. It's not that this isn't needed, it's just we wanted something different, and Bandai hyped this up believing something new and revolutionary, the G-Self or a new Burning Gundam. We get Wing Zero. It's just the tactic that they used to announce this kid, and also it just wasn't what we are looking for. I will get it, I have it on pre-order, but we could have used something different. So that's my take on Wing Zero for Con. But right now, I'm going to give you my review of the Wing Gundam Proto Zero, and this was requested by Neeber5. So if you ever want a review of the kit that I already own, all you got to do is write in the comments, and I will try to get it as soon as possible. So with that in mind, let's take a look at what we have. All built up, and we have the Master Grade Wing Gundam Proto Zero. And I gotta say, as much as I love that TV design, the Proto form definitely improves on some of the aspects of the TV show while still remaining true to that TV design. It's not as boxy as the original Wing Zero. It has a lot more angular, pops out more, shoulders are more jointed. It just has a lot more pointed directions going around. The color separation is great, and overall the aesthetic is very structurally pleasing and good to the eye. If I had to choose between Proto and the original, I'd still lean on the original based on nostalgia, but Proto Zero, it's in the discussion. Like, if you wanted to take Proto Zero instead, I couldn't blame you. This is a nice design made by Hajime Katoki, and I think it would even be better if you guys decided to put the dry transfer water slide decals. This is a great design, but let's take a look at the articulation. As we always do, we start with the head. The head is on a double ball joint and can go 360 degrees with relatively no problem. I will say that this cut for me is about 5 years old, so age might have some difficulty with it. The shoulder can pop out and fold down in part of the transformation, and both the shoulder and the arm can go 360 degrees with relatively no problem. The arms have a swivel on the bicep and have a double jointed elbow. The wrists are the swappable hands, and they're connected to a ball joint and can swivel about 360 degrees. Waist, you're going to get a nice little bit of ad crunch, and the wings have a moderately amount of articulation to jet out both sideways, horizontally, and diagonally. The front and side skirts can pop out as well as the back. The legs can go out almost perpendicular to each other. The knees, you're going to get a beautiful double jointed knee, almost triple jointed due in parts of the transformation, and you're going to get nice little amount of ankle and leg movement, toe movement, and it's a pretty solid kit. But like I said, age might have an effect on mine. This might not be your experience. Next up, we have accessories, and we're going to start off with the Buster Shield. Works pretty much in the same vein as the TV show, just a bit of an update with it, but mechanically it still works about the same. And of course, I'm also going to include the beam saber that you get with pretty much every kit. It comes out from this shoulder armor and you can pull it out, and Wing Gundam Zero Proto Zero holds it up pretty well. It connects with the hand, and the shield is plugged into the forearm. Not a lot of weight issues, but you do need to be careful with how you pose down with the feet. They do matter, because the wings also can act as a counterbalance, but also can be your enemy as well. But you can still get some decent ground poses as well with this kit. Next up, we are going to have Wing Zero's most famous accessory, the twin Buster Rifles. It still stays pretty accurate to the TV show, with a few minor changes, but otherwise, the general gist is about the same. 2 tones of gray with kind of like the mustard yellow going at it, and Wing Zero can hold them up well, both single-handedly or double-handed. Wing Zero, once you get him off on an action base, maybe not on the ground, but Wing Zero on an action base can pull off magnificent poses with the Buster Rifles. He can even do the spread out move, which is most famous for one of my favorite moves in Dynasty Warriors Gundam. It just pulls them off beautifully. Now, I don't have the action connection piece that came with the kit, but if you finagle with it, you can still get it up, but still get the adaptive piece for the action base. Now, yes, it can do the final shot pose. It's a little bit tricky and it takes a little bit of patience, but you can do the final shot pose. It's not nearly as difficult as it was with the original Wing Zero from 2004. You don't need a hook. The arms are strong enough. You just gotta finagle with the hands, push it in the right direction, and you can get that shot. And finally, this is a transforming Gundam, and you're gonna get the Neo Bird mode. Neo Bird mode is mostly the same. They did kind of add some sub wings on the side. Obviously, the shield is a little bit different, but overall, the look still looks really great. Like I said, this is one of the aspects I think Proto Zero is actually better than the TV version. I could actually genuinely believe that this is a bird and not just a Gundam falling flat on his face with a shield on his back. It was a great design, and I'm happy that this redesign into Proto Zero holds up well. My final thoughts on Master Grade Wing Proto Zero. This is the kit that whenever I'm asked if you're giving someone new to Gunpla or new to the Master Grade line, they always ask you, what kit would you recommend them first? And Proto Zero is the first kit I always go to. Now, yes, I do have a little bit of bias because Gundam Wing is my favorite Gundam anime, but hear me out. Wing Gundam Proto Zero is the kit that I feel is a great benchmark and starting point for any of the modern day Master Grades. If you want to get a general feel about what a modern day Master Grade has, in spite of the fact that this is going on 7 years now, the gimmicks, the molding detail, color separation, accuracy, posability, it's above average, I will admit that, but if you want to get an entry point, this is perfect. You can get an entry point for painting, posing, what it's like to work with the Gunpla, what it's like to work with a Gunpla, what a gimmick like a transformation. This is a fine entry point. I would put Proto Zero up there with Ale Strike Remaster as two of my top 5 entry points into the Master Grade line. Now, if you're a Gundam Wing fan, this is as close to the TV version as we'll probably ever get. I mean, I know Vegeta 8259 was working on a custom mod to turn this into the TV version, but we never got to see his final masterpiece. It would have been great to see, but this is as close to the TV version of Wing Zero as you're going to get, unless you want to get the 160th scale. It's not perfect. Yes, it's in line with the Glory of the Losers, and no, the explanation of how we go from Wing Gundam Proto Zero to Wing Zero doesn't make sense, but look, they're trying their best to make it work, and I think they made this design work in a modern taste, and it's a fun kit. You shouldn't have to pay any more than like $40, $45, so also a great price point, and I could not recommend this to any beginner of the Master Grade or just any fan of Gunpla enthusiast. Sorry this review took a little bit to get out. I lost a computer partially in making this review, but now I got a new one for my birthday, and I'm back in business. So if you like Gundam Wing and you want as close to a TV version as you can, this is the kit to go. My name is Gundam Smith, and I will see you later. Peace.